We live in a world where emotion becomes attention, and attention is rewarded. The stronger the reaction, the more eyes it pulls. The louder response, the faster it spreads. Social media runs on this. News runs on this. Even everyday conversations reward whoever reacts the hardest. The most powerful person in the room isn't the one making the most noise. It's the one who stays calm, no matter what the situation is. If you think about it, this makes sense. When everyone is screaming and yelling, what do people actually pay attention to? The next person who raises their voice even more, or the person who doesn't? The calm person is the person people turn to when they're in crisis. They don't add to the chaos that everyone's experiencing. They stop it. And that's the thing with calmness. People only notice it when things get loud. When things are quiet, no one notices when you're calm. And that's the beauty of it. You might notice some people who are naturally calm. They don't panic, and when things go wrong, they don't react immediately. Other people you might notice instantly fall apart when there's any pressure or hardship faced to them. And you might just think it's a difference in personality, where they're just built differently or just naturally confident. But behind that, it's different. The calm people, they still feel stressed. They notice that the pressure's on them, but they don't get pressured into doing something. Their personality isn't just their personality, it's familiarity with stress. They don't panic because they made it their reaction not to. If you panic in every situation that you face, then your brain learns that panic is the response to stress. But if you don't, that's where the magic happens. Not knowing this is not your fault though. Society rewards emotion. The loudest people get the attention. Emotion signals urgency. Urgency pulls focus. People have emotion to signal that they want the attention. And someone that reacts strongly feels important and people treat them more important. And then being emotional is more relatable than being calm and restrained. Punching a hole in the wall is more relatable than taking a deep breath. We think strong emotions are authentic, and we think that we should keep having them all the time. But being calm is good as well. It doesn't need attention to happen, it just is. People don't do it as much because they're not as interested in it or entertained by it. That's why society doesn't focus on it that much, because it's boring. And that's why entertainment is prioritized over yourself. And this makes sense. Our brains crave two things at the same time. Things that interest us and things that are easy. Being emotional is both. Emotional reactions are interesting because they're unpredictable. Our brains really like drama, and they're easy because you don't have to restrain yourself. You just do whatever, and people like it. Think about how easy it is to blow up the second something goes wrong. You can panic, you can do anything, and that's the easy thing to do. What's less easy is taking a step back, taking a moment to breathe and think about what your actions are going to be. That takes more effort and awareness than anyone really thinks about. So sometimes you should make resisting the first instinct your first instinct. Your brain wants to take the shortcut, but don't let it. And that's your first step in turning calm into your new reaction. And this all goes into rewiring the brain. Your brain is adaptable. It can change when you want it to. That's why some people are calm no matter what. Not because they don't get affected by the same things you do, is because they're familiar with being calm. That's what they train their brain to be in a stressful situation. They don't hit the panic button. They pause and they take a break. They give themselves time to react rather than reacting instantly. And the pause is the main thing really here, because you can do that too. Every time you choose calm over any other instinctual reaction you might have, your brain's neural pathways rewire to make that your new initial reaction. Every time you don't react immediately, your brain learns that you shouldn't panic. And at first this might be hard for you, but the more you do it, the more natural it'll come. And that's the same with everything in life. Repetition makes it happen. And that's part of the reason why people get nervous. It makes people nervous because it's different than what everyone else expects, especially when people are in moments of high emotion. When everyone's acting emotionally, being calm is abnormal, and no one really can read you and what you're thinking. And that goes back to the brain, where we're instinctively drawn to abnormal things. We pay attention to things that don't fit what we expect. So when everyone reacts one way and you don't, people notice. They start watching you, not because you're louder than everyone else, but because you're unpredictable in a quiet way. And they don't know what's going to happen next, which unsettles them, and that gets their attention. And calmness isn't a weakness, it's a power. People might think when they're calm, they might not seem engaged in the conversation. But even when everyone's loud and emotional, you seem like you have control and that you know something. Calmness during a crisis is when people sense true authority. If you think about it, when you think of a leader during a crisis, they're never the ones screaming or yelling orders. Those are bosses. But leaders lead from the front. They're calm, collected, and can handle a crisis without being too emotional, because they think more clearly and they understand things better. And that's the thing with calmness. You're not blinded by what your initial reaction is going to be. You have a chance to think about the situation before you react, rather than being stuck with your first gut instinct. And this is what's going to make you unique, because you become the bedrock of stability. People gravitate towards stability because even though society values emotion, people still love what's familiar, and what's familiar is stability. You don't have to do anything. You not doing anything is calmness. And this is not a new idea. The Stoics figured this out hundreds of years ago. They were brilliant thinkers in Greece and Rome, and they weren't trying to figure out how to be the most productive or the smartest. They were trying to find the secret to happiness. They believed that your mind creates your reality. They didn't do this just to motivate themselves. They did it out of practicality. If something on the outside upsets you, it's not the thing itself. It's what you believe that thing is. It's how you judge it. And that idea is uncomfortable to some people because it becomes your responsibility again on why you feel badly about something. And the Stoics believe that no matter what you do in life, you will experience hardship, but how you respond is completely your choice. They believe that calmness wasn't suppressing your emotions like some people might think it is, but it was clarity. You see the situation how it is, and not how your emotions believe it to be. And this is the next key in learning how to stay calm. You can't control the events that happen to you, but you can control how you interpret them. When you change how you interpret things, your response changes. And when your response changes, your experience will change too. Calmness isn't about pretending nothing matters. It's refusing to let your first reaction run your whole life. And this is where power really comes from. In conclusion, calmness isn't trendy and it won't go viral, but it changes how people see you. And more importantly, how you experience the world. In a society that values emotion, being calm gives you power because it's rare. And the more you practice it, the more natural it will become. Until one day, staying calm isn't something that you're going to work towards. It's something that you are.